Hey everybody, it's the Doctor here with Typical Manga Fan, and today, with this episode of the Typical Manga Review, we will be going over the Naruto guide in chapter 700 plus 4, Chance Encounter 2. There's like this whole big title with the Naruto thing, by the way. It's like the 7th Hokage such and such. I don't remember what it is right offhand. But speaking of the 7th Hokage, Naruto's right there, and he's getting ready to face Shin Uchiha on behalf of the two girls. And Cho-Cho is just her delusional little self. You know, I just realized she's a Chunyibyo. Do you know that series at all? Basically, like middle school delusions.
I think I do. And actually, you know what? That is actually what Cho-Cho is supposed to be a parody of. There was another review, the weekly manga recap review, which they said that Cho-Cho is supposed to represent that specific term for people, which are middle school kids, or like a type of like phase that girls go through. And this happens in real life, by the way, where they think they're special, or there's some type of hero or some type of protagonist of a story, and it's all about them basically.
Yeah,
it's a phase.
I've never watched a Chunyibyo anime or read the manga or whichever one they have on there, but I'm familiar with the idea from that series though.
Yeah.
Anyway, like Naruto's like, all right, sorry buddy, but I'm gonna have to make this real quick. There's a bunch of stuff that I have to ask you, and the copper Uchiha just pretty much just glares at him even more fiercely.
This guy's definitely an Uchiha, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Well, he's got the glare.
That's all they give.
Is he glaring at Naruto or Sarada?
I think it's Naruto at this point because he's pulling out the Monkyo Sharingan, which he has. So I guess he killed his friend. I don't know. Because that's the requirement to get a Monkyo Sharingan for you guys who probably forgot about that. So Naruto's like, okay, well, I can't go easy on you. And then so Shin gets out all of his weapons and he's about to attack. I think, yeah, he does attack. And then Naruto, in a really badass way, uses his I guess it's Nine Tails, but I thought he would be able to just go straight to Tails mode, like the Sage mode, Sage of Six Paths mode.
I think because he's seen the Mangekyo being pulled out, he's thinking, okay, I'm not holding back anything in this case. So he just pulls out Kurama right away.
Yeah, but my question was, is he using the Nine-Tail Kyuubi form, or is he using the Sage of Six Paths form? But the main difference is that the Sage of Six Paths has those like black balls behind him.
Right, I think in this case it's just the Nine Tails form, because we are seeing like the Nine Tails like behind him as hands.
Yeah, because I never really, because he got the Sage of Six Paths form because he got the Sage of Six Paths to like give him some of his chakra. Not to mention that he was able to get the chakra of all the other Nine Tails, so he was kind of, I don't know, maybe it's kind of like this is actually that form, but kind of like evolved because he's older now, and this is not even what it looked like before. Like he has.
At the same time, nothing. He's only got the nine-tail fox in him now. He doesn't have any of the others.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, he said that they would always have the other chakra because they could always use him as like a meeting point. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, that's right.
So he still has that chakra, not much of it, but still a little bit. My guess is I don't know. Maybe it's actually kind of like maybe that Sage Six Paths form has kind of like evolved and combined with the Kyuubi form. And like because I always thought that was a permanent transformation. I always thought like kind of like how Goku never uses Kaioken anymore.
Yeah.
He just goes straight. I always felt like that's the way with Sage of Six Paths. Maybe this is the Sage of Six Paths. It's just that it's changed so much that you don't see the typical characteristics.
That's still, I think it's primarily Nine Tails, just because of the fact that Kurama actually speaks out about it. Like, when's the last time you let me get him out and cut loose? He's like, well, don't go nuts.
That was the case last time with Sage of Six Paths too, though. That was the case.
Okay.
But regardless, it's a badass form. That he uses he has 9 like hands basically, and it's really cool. And he stops all the weapons, all the kunais, I think, the gigantic kunais he's using. And Cho-Cho's just like, he's so awesome. Whoever thought that someone would be like this in Naruto?
Like actually admiring Naruto, like, when has he been such a boss? He's like totally awesome.
Well, keep in mind that that's what happened to Gaara too when he became a Kage. All the girls wanted him. Naruto's got the position. He's the 7th Hokage. The girls will go after him.
Yep. Even though he is married with children now.
Well, the girl's like 12, so.
Fair enough.
10. Yeah, so. So now the Shin's gonna have to withdraw with and he's talking to this messenger type of thing that looks a lot like the Ten Tails, the original form. So he's just saying like, yeah, he's out of your league right now. You can't beat him. And so he actually this guy actually has a dimensional teleportation ninjutsu like Toby.
Yeah, just like Toby did, and which does suggest a link between Toby and, or at least Obito and these guys here. Or
He's dead. Stop it, please. stop with the it's just like why do they have to keep bringing back like these types of Uchihas?
Yep.
Can't they just let dead people stay dead?
Yeah, I know. I mean, people die when they're killed. You should just remember that. And Naruto's actually been good about that for the most part. People die when they are killed.
Well, not when Rine Tensei is I mean.
Well, they're still dead.
Yeah, they're dead, but they do come back to life.
Yeah. Anyway, the fight's over. Naruto pulls back to his power and clicks the bento box. Cho-Cho just flat out asks, "Are you my real dad? Did you hit your head or something?" Well, I'm trying that we totally can't rule it out, right? Are we speaking the same language? Like,
yeah.
And there's like, look, until I figured this out for sure, I had planned on continuing this little journey here. But now I've got that fruity girly boy stalking me out of nowhere. I mean, there's only so much of me to go around. Quite a bit, actually. Let's be fair. Let's be honest with ourselves.
Wow. Wow. You just made a fat joke, didn't you? Wow. Okay.
Well, it's not Choji. She doesn't mind.
Okay.
I mean, if it were Choji, I probably would have held back because, well, he'd murder me.
I think my respect for you just went down just a little bit.
Well, that's right there. I mean, she gave it right to us. Anyway, Naruto points out that he didn't come here for Cho-Cho. He was mostly there for Sarada. And she doesn't understand why, but Naruto's pretty much trying to make sure that he won't harm a hair on her head and make sure it's taken care of.
And wow, the next panels that come after this is just funny because she's blushing when he does this. He's basically being her surrogate her surrogate father.
Yep, you said it yourself earlier, but I'll let you say it again here.
Yeah, at this point, Naruto is a better dad to Salad than Sasuke has ever been because he's actually there for her and he's actually making her feel good about herself.
I still swear that Sasuke was like she was born like some kind of artificial insemination or cloning thing. Just because I find it hilarious at the idea that Sasuke didn't even father his child.
Yeah. So Naruto basically says that he's gonna have them stick with the real him because he doesn't think that a shadow clone would help, especially even if they were to go back to the village. And right now they're gonna head to the tower that's beyond the mountain pass. And he says that Salad might even meet Sasuke, so that's motivation for her.
Yep.
Yeah. Choji's like, wait, this is supposed to be about finding my dad. And Naruto's like, did Choji go somewhere or something?
I love how Naruto just like confused as hell by her.
Well, who wouldn't be confused at this point? Although I want to argue, wouldn't she be used to this type of personality by now? Right? I'm assuming he's interacted with them.
I don't know how much he himself has had to interact with them because he's kind of in the office and so on.
He's always busy. Well, he's a shadow clone, but I guess they don't really use that too much.
Well, I mean, he probably reserves that for like Bolt and playing with him and such. Yeah. But it's like, rather than Naruto says Sarada would be probably explain it better than he could, but it turns out, but he's actually surprised to realize that Sarada doesn't even know a thing about him.
Which actually makes me is interesting because that means he thinks that he knows that he's implying to us the audience that Sasuke and Salad have actually interacted in the past even though Salad can't remember it. So I think Sasuke does actually know about her existence. But because he's not for safe that he's been away almost the entire time. But keyword almost.
Yeah.
So they have interacted. At least that's what the implication says. Although it just shows you that Sasuke's a deadbeat dad.
Yeah.
And then so Naruto basically says, "Okay, I got some stories to tell you guys." Then.
Yeah. And I do like this part where like they're talking, like they're eating the lunch and they're kind of talking about what Sasuke was like, and I love how he just talks to himself up so much. Like, he was really popular with all the girls, just like me. He was really good looking and cool, just like me.
Just like me. And he also remembers about the time because the bento came from Hinata.
Yeah.
Isn't that great, by the way?
Yeah.
And he remembers about the time when he was tied to the pose and and Sakura basically had to feed him.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first test with Kakashi.
Yeah.
And it's just really funny how he's like, he's basically summing himself up to be a really awesome guy in the past and really popular. But then he's like, you know what? He was a total loner. Like Sasuke was a total loner with a bad attitude who always talked shit to other people. Was an absolute smartass, unlike me.
Yeah.
And then Salad just feels really bad about that.
Yeah.
And he's like, in other words, he was my rival. Even now, that hasn't changed.
Yeah.
And she feels a little better about that.
Yep. It's like
he basically says that Sasuke never wore glasses, but she looks like him, and that she would probably if she had the Sharingan, it'd be pretty troublesome as well. And in terms of everything else, it's Sakura basically,
Yeah.
especially when how they get she gets angry and
Yeah.
it's scary at the same time.
Yeah. You get scary and you get pissed off.
Yeah, but here's the thing. The way Sasuke talked about, and the way Naruto talks about Sasuke, and how he confidently says Sasuke never wore glasses, and basically is able to describe him perfectly. That's better than Sakura, who's his freaking wife. Sakura, when she was asked the same question, she was like, I don't think he did. Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know,
How do you not know that?
I mean, it almost seems like I wonder, did she really not know, or is she just trying to dodge the question?
Well, I'm just so confused. Like, Naruto should be. If there's anything wrong with Salad, then wouldn't Naruto know as well? Because he's the Kage, and he should be like, up to date with all this stuff. But he's like, nope, this is the way it is. This is how Sasuke is. And Sakura, who's Sasuke's wife, is like, she can't even confidently say the same things. It just, at this point, Naruto's a better wife to Sasuke than Sakura. That's how bad of a wife Sakura is.
I know. It's like, and at this point, like I said, they move on. Like I said, Cho-Cho needs a break, so they stop. But they're near that tower they were going for. Sarada says he needs to go to the bathroom, but actually she runs on ahead to the tower, and she opens the door. Sasuke's in there. And actually, while they're traveling, she starts to develop her own Sharingan.
Yeah,
she gets a single form of it, the starter form.
Yeah, because as you guys probably will remember, the Sharingan activates in a very strong emotional state, and obviously her meeting her dad for the first time is a very strong emotional type of situation for her. She's even crying too, and then of course.
And then Sasuke screws it all up.
He basically sees her and he doesn't recognize her and basically assumes that she's friends with Uchiha Shin, the boy who was trying to attack her, and says, "Are you another one of his comrades?" And he points his sword at her.
Yeah, which pretty much just shocks the hell out of her.
This is going to be traumatic because holy shit, this is really bad. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be cleared up eventually, but it's just wow, that's a really bad way of meeting your dad.
Yeah, and you can't even really blame Sasuke for it either, because he has a reason to at least suspect that this might be the case.
It's like, because kids with Sharingans aren't supposed to be common, right?
Right.
I will say this though. One thing that you forgot to mention was the fact that Salad talked about in her thoughts was talking about how Naruto made her feel so good about herself and how she was very calm.
Oh yeah, like made her feel more relaxed and such.
Yeah, and while Naruto was basically saying how much Cho-Cho looked at her dad, which is kind of funny too.
Yeah, it's pretty much like just you're your parents' child. Don't even question it.
Yeah, but it's amazing to me that even in her own thoughts, it's basically being definitive. It's really definitive at this point that Naruto, it's essentially being her father. He's taken on the role of being her father.
Yeah.
And he's making her feel calm. He's making her feel happy. He's protecting her.
Yep.
It's essentially what Sasuke should be doing, but he's off doing his whatever mission. And I guess
I think part of that is also because he does empathize with her probably more so than even with his own kids, because she's grown up without at least one of her parents around. Like that's one of his big issues as well.
But I will also know that people who are like, oh well, Naruto is basically the one sending the missions to Sasuke and probably telling him to go off. Remember, Sasuke originally went away on his own. Remember after the fight, and Sasuke could always just say no, I want to take care of my kid, and I'm sure Naruto will be on board with that. Yeah. The fact is, Sasuke went off on his own and left his family, and of course, here's another thing. A lot of people was wondering, the fact that he doesn't recognize Salad, obviously she's a lot older than the last time he saw her. But one would ask, did he ever see her? Did he actually know about her? And from what Naruto says, he did.
Yeah, at the very least, there's no indication that he shouldn't have known. And so I think he said he already had a child, but to be fair, he wouldn't have any reason to expect her to be here, because at the very least he would have been expecting Naruto alone or with somebody he knows. Yeah. And she approached him alone without Naruto.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I get where Sasuke is coming from. This is one of the reasons why I was not angry at Sasuke. I was like, okay, I get it. I get it. At the same time, it's just hilarious to me because, wow, even in this situation, he's a dick. He seems like a dick.
Yeah.
But
here it's at least an understandable dick.
Ironically, he's always popular with the ladies, but with his daughter, it's just like it might actually end up being the opposite now.
I know that would be pretty funny, actually.
Dude, I love Salad. Like, she is one of my favorite characters at this. Like,
I know, like I think I shared a post with you. I saw somewhere like the idea that Sasuke and Sakura could create an acceptable protagonist is crazy.
Yeah, I was about to mention that. I was like, it's just amazing how literally Sakura and Sasuke are like my two most hated characters for me personally. and Salad is now one of my most favorite. It's like, how do you do that? You know?
Genetics are weird that way.
I guess the apple does really fall from the tree. Hell, the apple's on the other side of the planet.
There must have been a windstorm that day in the apple orchard.
It fell through a hole to the other side of the earth.
There you go.
That's oh man. But okay, so we have right now the looming problem is how is Salad gonna handle the situation? Naruto's probably gonna come in and clear things up, and then I guess she'll eventually bond with her father by the end of this arc.
Yep.
But it's probably gonna be not an easy process because she's probably gonna like find out that he's so distant because his personality sucks. Okay.
He does. And even Naruto said as much.
Yeah. So if at the end there might be like this type of like, oh, he saved my life, or oh, he actually is a good father after all. But my prediction is that for most of the ride is gonna be pretty rough. It's gonna be a rough ride.
Yeah.
And Naruto, I still think that even in the end, Naruto, Kishimoto may not explicitly state this because he has such a hard on for Sasuke. But I think Naruto will always be a better father to Salad than Sasuke, because Sasuke again hasn't been there for her at all.
Yeah,
all.
They may bond, but it wouldn't be the same thing.
Yeah, it's just not. It's not the same.
So we're kind of running on time here, so we're going to get this wrapped up here then. Like I said, that's been our review of Naruto 700 plus 4, A Chance Encounter 2. Like I said, if you like our reviews, give us a like, subscribe, and or recommend us to friends, and comment as well. I almost forgot to comment. Alright, so go ahead and take us away.
Bye!